The ongoing drought in parts of East Africa continues to severely hinder food security for millions of households in what is building up to be a widespread regional crisis. CGTN's Nick Mudimba visited the IGAD Climate Prediction and Application Center in Kenya and tells us how critical information generated there is shared with governments as part of an early warning system.
In the outskirts of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, is IGAD's Climate Prediction and Application Center, accredited by the World Meteorological Organization. ICPAC, as the organization is also known, provides climate services to 11 East African countries. It aims to create resilience in a region deeply affected by climate change and extreme weather. The center's Situation Room is equipped with state-of-the-art climate and weather monitoring equipment.
So what we do in the Situation Room here is monitor disasters. So like I said, we give climate information, but sometimes every season is not necessarily a disaster. But sometimes we do have some climatic conditions that do lead to disasters. So member states need to know when the disaster is coming, where it's going to hit, and how are they going to respond. So we monitor different disasters like the ongoing drought. The team that's working behind me works to see how can we best take this information and provide it to those who need to make actionable decisions in a timely way. So we're working on mechanizing, using machine learning and other technologies to try to see how can we do this better.
The center works with the regional governments, the European Commission, the Food and Agriculture Organization, the Famine Early Warning Systems Network, and the World Food Programme to provide timely information on looming disasters. But this drought is something that hasn't been witnessed before.
Long term, when we look at the climate change impacts on disasters, what the data has been telling us is that our disasters are becoming more severe and more prolonged. Because drought is nothing new to the region, but we have never seen a drought that has been this severe in over 40 years. So what we're seeing with climate change and how it's impacting the regular disasters that we know is almost every disaster we are almost saying unprecedented. So unprecedented is becoming the new normal. So when a drought comes, it's the most unprecedented drought. When we had the floodings before, it was the most unprecedented. So what it's doing is it's exacerbating or making our disasters more severe.
Having early warning system is very integral to the stakeholders. As it is right now, there's a hard drought biting in parts of Ethiopia and Kenya. And simplifying this information is also very important to the stakeholders. Right now, it's about survival through such information.
There are challenges that experts here face regularly when sharing their findings.
You don't just go and say, this is the downscale information, dear farmers, can you use it? No, it goes beyond that. There is a need for the farmers to be part and parcel of the production of that information, its implication on their lives and livelihoods. For example, if it is forecast that there will be a drought, or there will be, the rains will not be sufficient, below normal rains, what are the farmers supposed to do? If they're in that particular session, they will be in a position to make suggestions as well. For example, can we move away from growing maize this season because there is no sufficient rain? The rain is below normal. Maybe we can go into growing beans. Maybe we can go into quick maturing, something else that can improve the lives and livelihoods of the farmers. Again, we also include traditional forecasters, what we call indigenous people with technical knowledge on forecasting, because a big number of our people in the whole region rely on traditional methods to forecast the weather. We cannot say these people don't know what they are talking about. We should only focus on the science, as it were. We need to bring them to a consensus with what we produce at the regional, national, and even subnational level. Because if the people realize that you're paying attention to their traditions and systems, they begin to respect the science that you're producing.
The current unpredictable weather is making such facilities with early warning systems even more important. The experts here at IGAD's Climate Prediction and Application Center hope that their work will help people in the region better cope with the changing climate. Nick Mudimba, CGTN, Nairobi. Kenya.